Okay, Flex. Cyclone, I represent for the One Drop Podcast. You know the thing, you know the lingo. Get to the money, get to the cash. Yo, a Cyclone, you know. I represent for the One Drop Podcast. You know the thing, you know the lingo. Chat, chat.
Watch I wanna. Watch I wanna. Watch I wanna.
Welcome back. This is another episode of One Drop Podcast. Yo. And this is episode 12. And we got one of our members back after like 2 months.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying?
Check in.
Yeah, I mean, Dillinger's in the building. Can I get a hand clap for him? Yo, check in. Yo, we gonna take Tracy off of the board, bro, cause he over here.
Listen,
crazy.
I'm slowly getting used to this. Okay.
So
Mike and I will too. Mike and I will.
All right.
Yeah.
So you can move forward.
Today's exactly.
Today's a different day.
Yeah. You know what I mean? We got Dillinger back. You know what I mean?
Yes,
He's just
welcome
getting back from Jamaica. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you gotta let us know what's going on, bro.
Apart from the mango and the crab that we see I eat.
Be things, man.
Yeah.
Nice, you know? Just want some money.
Exactly.
Yeah, just want some money, people, to make it nice, you know?
Yeah.
Book on the flights. Make sure you got St. Elizabeth.
Send it.
Well, before we get into anything, we just want to, you know, get into our sponsors. And, you know, I'm wearing one of the sponsors right now. You know, this is Isolated Clothing Line. You know what I mean? Definitely a brand that's, you know, just new and a new young designer. You know, 17 years old. So, you know what I mean? You know, support the young people that's, you know, doing positive things. And if you want to get his information, his Instagram is Isolated Clothing Line. And, you know what I mean? He's always having some different designs. And, you know, he's going to be coming up with T-shirts soon because it's, you know, getting warmer and, you know, other things in the making. So big up to Isolated Clothing and keep doing your thing, young man. And he just, you know, he's in Vegas doing his thing right now. He just hit me up saying he's going to Vegas. So, you know what I mean? Big things is in the works. So, you know, big up everybody, you know, big up Isolated Clothing. Also, we got another one and it caters to the ladies.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Our second sponsors today, actually, she out here snatching waists one day at a time.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
One waist at a time.
One waist at a time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's the waist trainer. Let's see. Kenyatta Lavish. She's on let's see, Facebook, Kenyatta Lavish also. But let's talk about this waist trainer. It's comfortable. It's not. She has both latex and non-latex. Yeah. So it's really comfortable. Her sizing goes from small to six extra large.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God.
You got? Oh, do you have it on now?
Right now, yeah. I
Okay.
have it on right now.
Cause you look like you upright today. Like you super upright today.
Getting snatched up.
Yeah, your posture gonna be up like super upright. You look like at least 2 to 3 inches taller.
Yeah, like you. No, seriously, my posture is way better. But and I'm feeling snatched.
Okay.
Snatch.
All right.
We will have her information in the description box below.
Yeah.
You know, all the good contacts.
Because she's also on Facebook, Instagram, and also she has a website. Also, what's the website?
There's a website. I know it's in Facebook.
I just it's
lavishgems.shop.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So everybody, the screen, all her information is going to be on the screen. Mm-hmm. So take a look. and all the ladies out there, you know, and men actually wear that too. You know what I mean? Trying to get their
They do it for the posture.
You know what I mean? She's also catering for men also.
Yes.
So you know what I mean?
And she does fitting. She does a fitting as well.
Nobody going at waist.
She does fitting as well.
Woman want. No one take away things from the woman them.
But listen, it helped with the posture though.
Listen.
Like right now,
they better tie a rope around their waist.
Listen, she does fitting. You get your full measurement, all that good stuff. She's really nice, really nice. And as I said, she has non-latex and latex waist trainers. Yeah, but you will see the full information description below.
You know what I mean? So get your, you know, women get your waist snatch and all that. You know what I mean? Big up to Kenyatta.
To the streets.
Yeah, shout out Kenyatta.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Kenyatta Lavish.
Yeah. So you know what I mean, but back into the you know, business now. We got the 3 the strong way. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Back in the building.
3 the strong way.
Yeah. So you know, we just want to, you know, talk about a little bit of Jamaica because you know Dillinger's back. You know what I mean? So he can get a little. He's down on the ground, as we said, dog. So you know what I mean? You gotta listen. You gotta see. You gotta hear what's
for the curfew.
Down there in the curfew. Down there for all the lockdown and all of that. The 8 o'clock, the 12 p.m.
I would have went
lockdown.
crazy.
How was that experience? You know what I mean? Being back home and actually not able to, you know, do everything that you thought you would be able to, you know, regularly going down and doing. You know what I mean?
Well, it look a bit different still.
Yeah,
a bit different because you know usually you wake up at 1 o'clock at night and you're hungry. You know you can get food at Jamaica.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can go out and cook shop or go somewhere.
Exactly.
Open.
Yeah.
Not this time. You know that's the only thing like different, like party and the food kind of.
Yeah.
Stop at 8 o'clock. Stop at 8 o'clock. Yeah. So usually, you know, we can go to late night and get things. You can't do it this time. Make sure you're not up on the road. Make sure you go home. Yeah.
Then they beat Andrew by down the boy.
So all right. So what's really the penalties of being caught after curfew?
I don't know.
And were you ever caught? Were you caught after curfew? Tell the truth. No.
They never catch you. I mean, they never catch. I think they might really. We don't know who I get catches in enough. But they don't want to be in that crowd there. Yeah, so they might make them do like running up and down and things like that.
What?
I don't know.
Man, because I know Matt was down there for a little bit while you was down there, and you know he definitely told me that it was an instance that he was definitely concerned about
because we was far away, bro. That's why. Only reason I was concerned because of the distance that we had to drive to get back home.
Yeah.
You feel me? I'm like, it's like 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
What's up? Like, are we gonna make a move or we not gonna make a move?
Yeah.
You know, since the day I pause and I chill and then run up to them people that we know.
Yeah, he was telling me he was very concerned one night that you gotta get home before the curfew.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, bro, that was the only night I was like, yo, son, like, what are we doing? Like, I didn't want to be at the spot. You feel me? It's like I didn't want to be at the spot, and then it was running late, and I was like, yo, it's like at least an hour drive.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, let's try to get it home before these boys.
Exactly.
You gotta drive to the town.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's
we gotta
risk.
drive through the town to go to our joint.
Yeah.
That's a risk.
Yeah.
That is a risk.
So, I mean, that must have been a lonely time period. Like, you know, the streets must have been like super quiet. You know what I'm saying?
Dr. Pirate ain't
Nobody in the
Jesus, those.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I could.
Nobody in the pirate. Late night, empty.
Yeah.
That's curfew for real.
That's real curfew.
That's real curfew.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, we had it here, but we ain't had it that bad.
Nah, we ain't have it nowhere near
that
bad.
When the pandemic first started, it wasn't that bad.
Nah.
How long did we lock down for?
It was like 2 weeks.
2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Like
like
we
2
have more
weeks.
people.
Yeah.
We have most people closer in the proximity.
Exactly. Yeah,
more
that's
cities,
the
it.
thing.
Yeah.
less fresh air because less trees.
Yeah.
I know, sir. and the thing about it down there, like the people them really are suffer like financially.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
That's the biggest concern.
Biggest
Yeah.
concern.
Yeah.
Biggest concern.
Yeah.
Like,
And then you see a lot of these police. I seen video like broken down a lot of these people, the vendor stalls and whatever.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean, trying to get them home. At the curfew.
time.
Yeah. But why you gotta broke down people's livelihood? You know what I mean? That's how I don't understand. Like I understand you trying to save lives or whatever, but breaking down their livelihood, I don't feel is necessary. You know what I mean? Even though us as Jamaicans are kind of unruly. Too. Yeah.
Jamaicans
So-
are very unruly.
Sometimes people have a bad day and then just take out them.
Yeah,
bad day
That-
problem.
yeah, exactly.
That happens.
There's no need for broke down the man thing. Even if you're unruly, as you say, unruly. Like you're the officer, you're supposed to have a responsibility with bigger than him.
Exactly,
So you're
exactly.
supposed to set your thing. And just know say, yeah, police, so you have an example, yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
some of them done that too with kids.
But police down there,
Yeah.
boy, they think they the law itself.
No.
Like, you know what I
They are the
mean?
law.
No, they are the law
They are the
itself.
law.
You know what I'm saying? They make up their law as they go. So you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
they want a book.
Yeah,
Just remember to take off on the uniform.
Everybody have their
Just remember to take off on the uniform after work. That's
Exactly.
all. Take it off after work.
because people.
Take out the uniform after work. Extracurricular activities. Yeah. No going too bad.
Listen, you still on that? Yo, my God, you
Just
know how
like that.
my brain forgot all about that before you just brought that up. Yo, I
That
said,
only things man do that I get caught in the uniform. I know that alone.
Take off on the uniform.
Yeah.
Exactly. Take off on the
that's
uniform.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know what I mean. But you know what I mean. I think at the end of the day, you see, like we always see police doing all these extra stuff. They're human too, though. You know what I'm saying? They think that these are some robots, but they do the same thing as other humans do. So, but
they just act like
they
they're
just,
not
they just act like they not. They act like they robots when they at work.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean. They don't. They have to have that human. They have to have that kind of humanity that that they can actually talk to a person and reason with a person in a comfortable manner. Because if you're going down and broken down somebody's stall, and a day that you don't have your uniform, but they mark your face and you don't have that uniform on, it's a problem.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? If somebody feel like some disrespect and they see a officer that did something to them and they just in their plain clothes, they gonna try their chance and do something to you. You understand? So everybody, like, I'm not saying that's gonna happen to everybody, but somebody is gonna take it serious, and they're not going. They're gonna see you walking with your daughter, your son, or your wife, and it's gonna be a problem.
Hold
So-
on, talking about taking that chance. Well, anyway, you heard the recording, right? Of the spot that gang.
Yes,
Police station. I still can't get over how. It's not funny, but then again, it was kind of funny.
But the way how the youth was making a threat made it funny, and no, it's really the police officer on the phone that made it funny because he wasn't taking any of the threats.
We never hang up on you.
He wasn't taking none of the threats seriously. You know what I'm saying?
That
And
shit was
you know what I mean?
hilarious.
It like I wouldn't really take a big threat like that either. If I'm in the police station, I have my own weapon or whatever. Of course, you're gonna feel like, all right, you're gonna show badness. Well, I got badness too. I got all of my my fellow officers in here that can defend us also. So that man was taking it seriously. But
I think that person just watched too much movie. Okay, he wanted $2 million and to let his brother go. Okay, you have to go pick up the money.
Your
Like,
brother still in jail for
yeah,
Yes.
the brother is still in jail, right? And he's threatening the police station that he's gonna come there and shoot up the police station. And if his brother not released and he don't get $2 million, he need $2 million cash, and his brother need to be released, or he gonna shoot up the police station.
And what after that?
So that's what I want. That's what I want to know.
exactly.
What, like, do you want a helicopter on top of the roof also?
And they say don't
No,
stop.
but then he was just like, oh, this I recall the little brother. I'm like,
tell her the name and everything, right?
Seriously,
It must be a prank, though. It must be like a prank.
I really hope it is a prank.
But it's one that
It's up on the internet where I say it just can't be real.
But he had a video one that he was showing his mouth too, right? Or was that a?
I know. They just showed a recording at the phone.
Okay.
Like I guess the policeman was recording it at the time. I saw that one, but they did put out a statement. The Jamaica police, they put out a statement saying that they are aware of the threat or whatever, and they're working on it.
Well, they should. Well,
catch him.
That's an easy catch.
That's
if
an easy
catch. I'm gonna.
All you gotta know which Ricardo it is.
Yeah, it's an easy catch.
Yeah.
If they don't catch him,
then I'll call ID.
That's another thing too. That's another thing too.
I mean, come on.
And then he just said, "I recorded little brother."
Yo, for real.
I thought that shit was hilarious.
Investigate the one then.
Yeah, I thought.
But that's why I think the officer was taking it so lightly. He was like, he just took every question like it was nothing. Like he just saying like, all right, so you're gonna shoot up the place. If you don't get the $2 million in cash, and if you don't release your brother,
all right, listen to it. You have to listen to it. It was just.
Wow. And then funny. And then when you talk about the Sparta gang, all this stuff now it's another thing of being a part of Tommy Lee, or a little thing that have negativity. Yes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And this man is about to spend 5 years for his gun charge, and now the guns that he got caught with, suddenly they matched it up with the bullets that killed Father Fowl and our next person.
Even those type of news, like we don't know where the news that come from. We don't know if it come from a credible source. But
exactly,
that spread like wildfire.
It was an article. Yeah. I forgot from where though.
That's the thing. After a while, nobody know the source of these things.
Yeah,
nobody know the source, and they just start, and then it just spread.
I think they were just out to get them.
And I think that if they putting that out, and I feel like you're gonna put this man's life in danger also. No, because seriously? If you're gonna put that information out, who to say that the people that was under Father Folk gang or whatever, and it wouldn't come after Tommy Lee, you know what I'm saying? And these are stuff that you putting out there is irresponsible if it's not true. If it's true, then all right, well you have to put it out there. It's news, and he has to face that charge. But me personally, I feel like they just putting more things on this man name, trying to make this man spend life in prison.
Look how much time they go.
See, like I got to my face right now.
Yeah, because this thing though, it look like the government have a real vendetta against dancehall. And what's the thing?
Use him as example.
Exactly, you're using these people as an example. And this not the thing on artists either. Artists need to be more responsible and keep themselves out of criminality. But at the same time, like this government ain't gonna give dancehall a shake. They're not gonna give him a fair chance.
Not until they start taking responsibility. Also.
Nah, they gotta be responsible, and they gotta be responsible of who they have around them and what they're doing. Because Tommy Lee shouldn't have a legal firearm on him. He should have a license gun on him. He's an artist.
But also, it's not that easy to get a gun in Jamaica, is it? A licensed gun.
If you're a business owner, you're a business owner, you can. That's
it.
Yeah. If you're
are you sure?
No, you can get a licensed firearm once you're a business owner. If you have if you have something to lose, or you have if you're gonna be in a predicament where you can be robbed for your assets, you can get a licensed firearm.
Oh, okay.
I don't think every business owner can get one though.
It depends on what type of business it is. If you're gonna have a heavy money, money flow or whatever. Like I know somebody that's like one of my boys that got a shoes, like not a shoe store, but that's like a clothing store.
Okay,
and he has a firearm just off of that. You know what I'm saying? So it's not as easy to get down there once you're a business owner. You know what I mean? I don't know what type of thing that you have to go through to get that.
Links. Yeah, that's another thing.
You gotta have links.
Gotta be links connect with that. Something has to be behind that. I really feel like something has to be behind it.
links.
Exactly. But I also think you can't be a criminal. Also, if you went to jail for something or whatever, or you had a police record, I don't think you can get it.
Clean
Well,
background.
You have to have a clean,
You
yeah.
come from a good family and they think they too.
Yeah, them too. 'Cause
Good neighborhood.
you gotta have the names like the Sings and the uptown people. Them, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
No, you know what I'm going.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically we know how Jamaica run.
Yeah, it's all about, you know what I mean, it's where you come from and where you live. You know what I mean?
But would an artist be able to get it though?
Artists have
Artists get a bad name. They don't want to give artists.
I don't think they're gonna
But
get
they
it.
want to give artists a break. Much as we give them good.
I think artists should have the right
The
to
chance.
get to
I
have
think they
one
should have a chance
because
to
they
get
Every man
one.
should have a right to defend themselves.
of
That
course
way.
Yeah,
of course but
Especially
the thing
living in a
about it
country,
is
so-
but they're not going to give it to one of these people that work a style though.
They deserve it, though.
You know, they deserve it, but they're not going to give it to them. You know what I'm saying? Because look how much argument happened over prices. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Yeah, but
In a
all
market.
right, look at the thing that happened the other day where the youth and the lady get in an argument about what he was selling and they chop her in her forehead or whatever.
Yes,
Chop the girl in her forehead over a little argument. But the woman like threw all his goods away or whatever. Like she just took his goods and dashed you all over the place.
Maybe that's why he chopped.
Yeah, but but she don't deserve a chop off for that.
Deserve a
Dog.
chop?
No, you don't need to go violent.
Yeah.
But I'm saying it's like,
But that's what I'm saying. If you give it to one of them style people,
like-
that I shot, I dead, she dead. So
Oh, thank God that off duty cop was there.
yeah,
Saved her life. Phew.
because
Jesus.
the man never hold back, brother. Just a straight chop. She went right to the
my
head,
God. When I
not to
seen that,
nowhere else. He
I
chop her
jumped.
right in her head.
wow.
So I'm like,
I'm been keeping up with that type of stuff.
yeah. These stuff,
Yeah, it's a lot
this
of
stuff
stuff
pop
going
up in
on.
my feed by because I follow
it's
every kind of outlet. You know what I mean, that out of Jamaica. So you know what I mean, it's always something that I see coming out of there, and that's crazy. If you got that type of problem, that's why they don't give out firearms to everybody in Jamaica, because we just hot-headed
Yeah.
sometimes. You know what I mean?
True that still.
Yeah.
I true that still.
But you know what I mean, it's just unfortunate, man. We gotta see our artists go through these things, man, and there's too many of our good artists getting caught with certain things and doing things that's we think that is not necessary because they are who they are. You know what I'm saying?
They're artists.
Yeah, they're artists. They're
They're
making money
artists.
and all of
Trying
these
to
things.
think certain
Especially
lifestyle.
Tommy Lee. Like Tommy Lee should be well off because he just won a settlement with the
have money.
the police over in what's that company?
Dominica?
Dominican Republic. No, is it Dominican
I
Republic
think
or
that's-
Dominica? The
Yeah.
country, the small island, Dominica. So he won like a good $1 million or
He good.
something like that.
He good, but I still feel like they was after him.
Nah, they've been after him for a while.
I couldn't pin nothing upon him.
Yeah, 'cause he
All
went
right,
to-
the one time I didn't plead guilty to the
He
gun.
went.
All right,
He went to the
good.
scamming thing. They thought he was scamming all
Oh
of this
my
thing.
God.
He beat that, all
The
of that. So
gangs,
now,
everything.
now they caught him with a gun on him, and so now that's the he already got his sentencing for that. But this murder thing, boy, this is
I'm
another.
curious to see how this is gonna play
That's
out.
gonna be a crazy
Every
charge.
time Tommy Lee get hot in a music, like Tommy Lee start put out 5, 6, 7 hits in a row, and then just a conic and a conic and a conic. Something happen.
Oh my God!
Something happen. Whether I got jail or in a news or in get accident.
Yeah.
Or something happen with the youth. We don't know what go on.
Yeah, it's
You need to watch. You need to wash off, brother.
Yo,
Yeah, it's so bad.
joke.
Outside.
Joke, it thinks that way. Yo.
Yeah, but
And they just the media thing, like the social media. Like,
Definitely don't help.
I understand people want to be the first to break
breaking news. Yeah,
breaking news like next apps. Yeah. Yeah, but if we make sure a people life, this is like people real life.
Yeah.
And sometimes we see the thing and we spread it and we just talking about it. Just us discussing it on air, on live, I spread it. You see me? I say same way and we do the job to spread it same way. And
Yeah.
it might be fake news. The whole thing might be something Yeah, I mean, it's something that somebody just cook up and get somebody to run with and know they're all over. And
Yeah,
nobody
yeah,
can
yeah.
get rid of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, like, we have to really be careful with how we are talking about things. And I know that some things juicy and you want the likes and you want the views.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like, have to have a conscience in this. 'Cause
Exactly.
People's life.
But that's what, that's why we had to report things,
Yeah.
very carefully. You know what I mean? Because we're saying this and we're not condemning him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're
Nah,
not
'cause we are
condemning.
fans. We are
Exactly, we're
fans.
fans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
some Tommy Lee.
I just, my prayers and, everything goes out to Tommy Lee because, you know what I mean? We definitely want you on road if, you know what I mean? But if you're doing a crime, you definitely
want
have
the
to.
music.
Yeah, you definitely want the music.
Oh,
You know what I mean? But if you're doing crime, then you just gotta, just do your time. But I hope that, that murder rap is false. I hope so. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I don't want to see the
I
youth.
feel like they
You
are
know what I
trying
mean?
to get him. I still can't get over that. I really feel like they're trying to get him.
Yeah, I just don't
Just,
feel like.
that's just me.
Yeah,
That's
because
just me.
it is weird how that link.
The timing.
How that
Everything,
link.
Exactly. It just
You know
don't
what I'm
make
saying?
sense to me.
Like
No.
that's the
One
how
person
Plus,
can't
we already see what happened to Cartel. So we already,
exactly.
Exactly.
And then
Exactly.
and you seen his case and how his thing kind of unfolded with the text messages that was tampered with and all these things.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And the police have
Exactly.
the phone in their possession after. You know what I mean? So that's the thing that I don't. You know what I mean? I just can't rock it when it comes with Jamaica
Jamaica
and police. Like I can't rock
We
with
know
them
what they good for.
because they like to cook up their little things. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just Jamaica police; it's police all over the world.
True.
It's not just them.
True.
They just taking a little piece of what these people do in the United States also. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean, our hearts and our prayers go out to Tommy Lee, man. We hope everything is, come back to normal for you, boy, because he was definitely making good music and he was in a good place.
Yes.
So you know what I mean? Further on in the news, talking about artists, we lost one of one of the best rappers in our generation,
Yes.
DMX. You know what I mean? We lost him this week. Definitely was, battling,
Addiction.
an addiction. And,
I hate to say
you know what I mean? So, because, he was
I hate to
like,
say
DMX,
it.
before he died, he was open with, his addiction.
yeah.
And, he
That's just a battle that he's been
you know what I mean?
fighting. He
just-
said the first time.
he's 14 years old.
14,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean?
It's a lot.
Drugs is, never the way, but, some people get caught up in that lifestyle and caught up with those, those addictions and, it never can shake it. And, he been a trouble soul, through when he's been on the rap scene through, being a celebrity, but he always been, one of the, the realest, people and artists, you know what I mean? So, he did lose his life having an overdose and being brain dead after after a couple of days. So
Jesus.
he was 50 years
that one
old.
Hit me different.
Yeah, he's 50 years old, and it's hard to see when being that young, and just dying from something that could have been been avoided, but we all love DMX as when we was growing up. I remember my first time
Party.
listening to DMX was like freshman sophomore year of high school, so. You know what I mean?
Rough Riders.
Like I used to be
I'm a
a
huge fan.
big Rough Riders fan.
Huge fan.
You know what I'm saying?
I
So
wanted the jacket. I wanted one of them jacket, the double R jacket.
Yeah.
I wanted one of them damn jacket. I just wanted it.
no, but I just feel like he was a big influence to hip hop. Back then, and like he did. I felt like his style kind of changed the game of hip hop.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And because if we didn't know about DMX, we wouldn't know about the Locks. We wouldn't be knowing about Eve. You know what I'm saying? That whole little movement right there.
Sweets,
That whole little movement right there is a difference of hip hop.
They controlled the charts for a minute.
Yeah. They
For a
brought.
minute.
I felt like they helped bring back New York into the rap scene after Biggie died. You know what I'm saying? After Biggie died,
Tims and them oversized jeans.
it's like. You know, I mean, they was it, like for the East Coast wave. You know what I mean, for rap. So you know what I mean, it's just a sad thing to see, man. Just to see this man just pass away, bro. But I don't know, like, anybody have their favorite DMX song?
Ain't too much. He was a good actor too. No,
yeah, of course,
good actor.
He was a great actor.
Y'all remember Belly? Rough Riders Anthem.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. What was yours? Yeah, that was mine.
Yeah, I ain't
No, but that wasn't. No, that's not what I was gonna say. Yeah, that wasn't what I was gonna say. I was gonna say How It's Going Down. I used to love How It's Going Down.
God.
I play How It's Going Down every summer. When I see it's getting warm, I play How It's Going Down all the time.
He got a lot of hits.
He got a lot of hits.
It was too much, man.
Yeah.
And movies was good.
Yeah, movie
Definitely.
was great,
good.
bro. Movie was great.
God.
He had a bright future in acting too, man. I feel like he could have did more. But you know what I mean, when it comes down to certain things, man, it just takes us, people away from, what they could do. You know what I mean?
Industry corrupt.
Yeah.
One thing I tell you though, when that man pray, I be crying.
You could see he got a different type of spirituality, bro. Like he's
one thing I wish he had did though, like before his passing, like do small affirmations. Like with his words, he was so powerful with his words.
Yeah, yeah.
And just know how to really, really connect with you. Whenever he prayed, I'm telling you, like it just always bring tears.
You always know that DMX was a spiritual person, man. And he never hid that. You know what I mean? Even on his albums. I remember when I first got one of his albums and the first track was a prayer. I was like, oh.
Most of the intros be prayers.
Yeah, most of the intros be prayers. Like,
even on his Instagram, he be reading the Bible.
Yeah. But you could see, he's been troubled, man. But he couldn't shake that. Everybody got their little thing about, how they, go about their life, man. And he just, he always was so open and real and raw about how he felt about everything. So, you could never see, a different side of DMX. He always show you that one side. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? People that know him personally probably know a different side, but him, being in front of the camera, being being interviewed, he's the same person. You know what I'm saying? So,
he can definitely BET started playing the documentary of Rough Riders.
Yeah.
So you can get to see a lot more into it.
Yeah.
And I think in one of the parts of it, he was like comparing his life like it's a blessing and a curse at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
And like it was a battle for him. I thought that was really interesting.
Yeah.
It was
because he's like
different.
He said he had a quote like he was saying like to live is to suffer, and to basically to find your calling in that suffering is this a better part of your life. You know what I'm saying? Like if you can find what your heart wants you to do in your life, then you can deal with your suffering. You know what I'm saying? And I just thought that was deep. Like he just feels like you know what I mean. He just knew what to say when when it came about life, and it's crazy. Like you feel like somebody's so unstable with how they they treat their own self, but they can find the right words to kind of pull you
out of whatever you're going through.
Exactly.
That's really what I loved about him.
Yeah, but they say that they say that God put do these words in people like that is like that just so you can actually hear them better. You know what I'm saying? But
actually, I believe that.
You know what I mean? So, but I just want to say rest in peace to
condolences to the family.
DMX and condolences to his family, man, because it's a sad thing to see. But life always goes on after someone passes, and that's a crazy thing that we see somebody pass for this amount of time. We play their song for about a week, and life just goes on. You know what I mean? So I just we always gonna keep DMX in our hearts, man, because he's not the first and he's not the last. You know what I mean? To pass on, but
I feel like a lot of artists died whether last year and this year.
Yeah, I was just saying that.
Oh,
I just saying that.
Yes, yes.
I feel like this is the most we ever see.
Yeah, I was just saying that.
The most.
Yeah, between
That's
last
true.
year and this year, it's been the
That
most.
is so
Most
true.
artists, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like it's just been either by violence, by sickness, or by overdose or whatever. It's just been
It's been a high.
It's been a high one.
High rate for artists.
Yeah.
Both hip hop, R&B, dancehall,
Yeah.
reggae, everywhere.
Exactly.
And it's artists just are dead.
Yeah, and then I feel like it's always those times though, like what I mean, when you we always say here, like Jamaicans always die in threes in Trenton.
Dead coming tree.
Yeah,
That's
but
true, something.
this year, like last year and this year, it has been overload. It been overload.
Here come that tree for
It come
true.
at 6 to 9.
Yeah,
About
Say,
Yeah.
you know which part would come from. As soon as he hears one person did a
So
new
I'm
tone,
when
two people
when
there
four
behind
people,
him. I tell
when
you,
4 people there in a car accident,
All
2
right.
car
What
crash
that
and 4 people dead. Oh, it come that tree.
What does that say?
well, but in them
In that
car,
whole
and sometimes in a car accident, one of them niggas would survive.
Sometimes I find people in that car. 6, you see me?
In that full community, you know it. In a new town, as soon as somebody drop out, look out for 2 more behind.
And that's crazy,
That
man.
always happen.
And it's crazy, and back in the days, like when we was younger and we seen, we always hear somebody that it always used to be an older person, but nowadays it's younger people.
No age
But
limit.
it's younger people. Like every day you don't hear just an older man dead or an older woman dead. It's younger people, and it's over violence and all of this stupidness. And it's something that we just have to go through right now if we don't get conscientious about how we treat each other as a people. It's never going to change. And we can't change this without our youth. If our youth don't change, it's going to keep on going. We were young at a certain time, and even though we used to, see violence and all that, we wouldn't hear about a lot of people of our peers being, killed or anything like that.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be every week like how it is now.
For real.
You know what I mean? You probably hear 1 or 2, maybe in a year, of our
Or
age
2
group.
years.
You know what I mean?
2 years, that's it.
You probably hear that, but you wouldn't hear like all these kids getting killed over this dumbness. You know what I'm saying? But it's everybody got their time and their generation, man. I just feel like we just have to be, we have a responsibility to kind of reach out to these kids in some way, somehow. And I don't have all the answers, but some way, somehow we gonna have to reach out, because I see some of these kids firsthand as,
You're a football coach.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I coach football.
Yeah.
And I see them as, from 5 years old and going up. So, I have a responsibility to kind of talk greatness into these young men, these young black men, kids of color that play on my football team. And I have a chance to kind of speak greatness into them for those, 8 years that they spend with me. Or they're not even 8 years, for 5 years.
You've been doing it for a minute.
So so I have that responsibility to make some type of change in their life after they leave me when they like 13 and go play football in high school. And that's the time you get proud, but those are the times that you get worried also, because you get they get influenced at that time. They feel like they're older.
Just don't want to hear it.
You know what I'm saying? So
That's the thing too. Like sometimes the environment out there,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and you can't really blame the environment, and you can't really blame the people that do the peer pressure.
Yeah.
Because different individuals react differently to different things. It's like
Exactly.
you might see it and just walk past it and say, "Yo, I'm not gonna pick that up."
Exactly.
And then
Yeah,
somebody
yeah.
else come and at that they want to pick up, But,
Yeah.
so it's hard to decipher how to reach them, because like sometimes you're in a house and you teach them everything, you teach them right.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
You know, like you don't know. You then go to the road and then do
And
something
they just
totally
yeah,
different.
exactly. And that's and it's these kids, like, I feel like it's all about it's not all of, you know, sometimes it's about your upbringing, but you know, I mean, I seen kids that come out of bad, you know, families, and I mean, you know, parents
Bad
that's
environment.
bad environments.
Yeah.
Their mothers and fathers are drug addicts. They don't have the real you know, support
yeah.
and structure in their life, but they come out as very great kids.
Yeah, and then you see some like pastor kids.
Pastor kids is the worst.
Yeah, you see, man, I said no.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's why.
I'm
That's why when I talk. That's why when the politician them I beat them like music for crime.
Yeah.
And they have to realize that the society did it too, and society play a part. And
There we
the individual
go.
play a part.
Yeah.
And also the individual decision making play a part, and for him life where him go through that play a big part.
Exactly.
So you can't just say, oh, because dancehall music I talk about gun.
Nah.
Exactly.
I don't believe in that either. Like,
Then why you have pastor commit crime?
I don't. Exactly.
Ooh.
You have a lot of like I have been in the church when I was younger, right? And the most kids that I felt was giving the most trouble was the pastor kids every time. And they highly influenced, and they know how to work their mind. They're very intelligent kids.
Yeah, they're intelligent, and they know they're not gonna get in trouble.
But it's not even about getting in trouble though. They can manipulate other kids around them to do the things that they want them to do. You understand what I'm saying?
Other kids look up to them.
Yeah, other kids will look up to them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean, I never said, but I never ever came up on a pastor child that had this thing about them that they always like.
That you think was gonna be a pastor.
Yeah, exactly. No,
All right.
they always have something, or if they even had this persona where they were, you know, this up here, they always had something about them where they hide.
Trust them.
They try to hide something.
Don't trust them.
They try to hide something in that they know.
It's one or two. It's
Yeah, it's like-
far. Most of the ones that we know to most of them.
Yeah.
Most of the ones that I mean,
Yeah.
like we lit.
Yeah.
We lit.
Yeah.
Everybody lit. We all doing
Exactly.
We all doing whatever. We all doing the same thing.
We all doing the same thing. We all having fun. We all go out to the club. We drink all of that.
we lit.
We've been through that. I seen that from, you know, firsthand. And we went to the same school and for college. We all went to the same school for college. So, you know what I mean? You know, I'm going to go in and going to put the name out there.
None
but
of them done it. They was faking it.
but
No pastor come true.
yeah. But the thing about it is, that's why I say, like, you have to be real, you know, to yourself. And I mean, and you can't hide whatever you feel like doing or how you want to, you know, have yourself at, you know, what you want to do. Like, you gotta have, you know, these morals, but at the same time, be yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Be yourself, and don't try to hide, you know, behind, you know, Christianity or, you know, my mother or my father is a pastor. No, you have to live. You have to live your life. You understand? Because God see it. Whatever you trying to do outside of what your parents don't like, God see it. You know what I'm saying? But you have to, like, these kids gotta realize, you know, because we going crazy off the point. These kids have to realize, man, they have a future. You know what I mean? These kids have to realize that they have, you know, talents, you know, but it's hard to you know, put that in their life to say, all right, well, you can do this, because they don't see no way. You know what I'm saying? They know that they live around the corner from, you know, gangs and all type of stuff that they have to deal with on a daily basis. So they don't think that it's going to happen, because they ain't see their cousins come out like that. They ain't see nobody around them come out like that. So they don't have that dream, or they can't see that dream in front of them because they haven't seen an example. So I feel like, you know what I mean, we, you know, as little shit that I do, you know, for children, you know, with football or whatever sport I'm coaching, it's just my little duty at the moment to get that, you know, kid in a better, you know, headspace. You know what I mean? But we all have to play a part. I feel like we all have to play a part in some way, somehow. to kind of get the interest of kids. And maybe that will change their mindset growing up. Because, man, I got 13, 14-year-old kids, 16-year-old kids. When they see me, what's up, coach? Hey, coach. You know what I mean? Like, and that's cool for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like seeing that. You know what I mean? And it's, if you can have their attention at that age when they're impressionable, you know what I mean? And they can, do whatever they feel like they want to do, what they want to do. And that's great. But we just gotta be, all as adults, we have a responsibility.
They are the future.
Yeah.
Still afraid of some of them.
Can't be. Can't be though. Can't be.
Let's be real.
Can't be.
Afraid of some of them. But it is what it is. Yeah.
Can't afraid of kids.
You can't.
Listen. Some of them
Man, you got you got a lot of these kids that's just lost, man. They just need some type of encouragement. And I done that for one of our little cousins. You know what I mean? This man was not the good little kid when he is starting out, but this man had an interest in football. And now he on the straight and narrow. He good.
And he is really good.
Exactly.
You seen him play? Josh, you seen him play? He's really good.
Yeah.
He's really good.
Yeah, and he hit me up all the time.
I've not seen him play.
Nah,
he's really good.
He's doing well, man. And I think I made him start playing when he was like 10 or something like that. Just picked him up because he was sitting at Uncle Glass in the house one day, and I seen him. I said, "Yo, I'm picking you up for football." You know what I mean? He's like, "All right," I just, you know what I mean? But now, he's well focused, and he know what he want to do. He want to play football. You know what I mean? He just hit me up the other day with his grades. You know what I mean? And if he can just out of nowhere just hit me up and say, "All right, I'm gonna share my grades with you," because he feel like I need to know he's doing something good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I feel good about that.
That's a good
that's
moment.
Good that you want to share that.
Exactly.
If you want to share that means say might do good.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
he's really good.
Because you know what I mean, and he hit me up every other day. Me and him talk, even if it's like a little conversation about something, even if it's about football or anything about him going, doing good and doing something in school. So I feel like being that person in his life to kind of give him some type of type of positivity, and all his other coaches also that speak greatness in his life. I feel that's important. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know what I mean?
Is. Everybody need love.
Exactly.
Children.
And you got a lot of these kids that I deal with don't have fathers. You know what I mean? When you see game time or practice, it's always their mothers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You see all these single mothers with their kids, just trying to get them out there, have an outlet. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like us as coaches, we just have to,
father figure.
Be that father figure and be somebody that's positive. You know what I mean? You might talk a little crap, to them just, here and there. Right? But I think that's us kind of bonding as men. You know what I'm saying? To them, like, this is how a man is supposed to be. You know what I mean? This is how you're supposed to do these things in this way. And I mean, and I feel like, these kids that we work with, of course, you're going to have 2 or 3 knuckleheads that's going to be doing things when they get older. But we trying to limit that, that amount. Possible. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So, big up to, to the UN Junior Blue Devils. You know what I mean? We just lost yesterday. I was so mad.
Game too long.
We lost by a touchdown. I was so mad yesterday. But you know what I mean? We got 6 more weeks of the game, so we're gonna see what happens. Yeah, man. What else in the news that you wanted to talk about today, Trey?
Everything in the news this week was just sad. I'm like, how about that news? It's sad. Yeah. Violence against women continue in Jamaica. Like, we can't buy that.
Yeah, and that's another thing that we had to talk about, man. Is this violence that's going on against women, and Jamaica is getting out of hand. But worldwide, I think that's an issue.
I just never thought I'd actually
it's a worldwide.
witness this. Like, it's crazy.
Worldwide, it's an issue.
Every news,
Yeah.
a woman body fine. Yeah, worldwide, but every day, every week, it's a woman body. Like,
Yeah.
wow.
I feel like Jamaica need to do more in protecting the women. It's like a plague right now. You know what I'm saying? Because it doesn't even
Women rights.
Like that's the thing about it is.
Thing. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. No, I was talking a lot. So go ahead.
I mean, no, but growing up in Jamaica, it was bad man thing. Never touched the woman, the child, the older folks. No, look, Penny Granny when they killed just because they couldn't catch. To me, it's just crazy. They don't
exactly.
That's another thing too.
They going in churches
like
killing people.
All time badness gone through the window.
It's new badness no, and it's badness without a cause. You know what I mean? When it's badness back then, it was badness before for a cause. I feel like badness is really not to be glorified, right? But back then in the 90s, you had Dons, and Dons were basically the area leaders and people that look out for the people in the area
in the community.
You know what I mean? But badness back then was basically it was an order. Like they had rules and they had a lot of things that they could not do as a bad man. You know what I mean? Like you said. Pitney and woman
and
don't get
folks was
killed.
off limit. They was off limit.
But nowadays these new bad men now they don't care. They don't care who they touch.
To be honest, the realest interview I see come out of Jamaica is the one with what's his name? Officer Lang.
Oh, Lang.
My God.
Not Lang. Adams.
Adams. Where we get Lang from? I was watching. What's his name?
He's talking now because he's out of office.
Listen. Put him back in there.
They wasn't talking like that when they
put him back in there.
Just like some politician when they're not in our power, they say, "Oh, the government corrupt."
Listen, put him back in. But he wasn't even really saying coming at the government.
Exactly. That's what I said. No, there's no change.
He was more so talking about the young people where their mindset is right now and how he could or they could possibly.
I feel them fall the elders them.
I believe that. I believe that too.
They set it that way from day one.
I believe that too. But
you can't change it. Like government corrupt from day one. They might find this election the people them bring in the government.
Because that's
you know what I mean.
That's like
create this little system where they control the voters. The Dan and the garrison. Them create it. You know what I mean?
That's like you see you see a tree growing, right? And you see the root of the tree, right? Now the root is already you see it was strong, but this got bad all of a sudden, and the tree start growing into vines instead of flourishing, right? What are you gonna blame? The bad vines, or you gonna blame the root? Which one? You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
You're gonna blame that root. We like the older as we get older, we had a bunch of things happen in our time where we are to blame. You know what I'm saying? To this generation, we gotta take responsibility. And I feel like we always push off to the next generation that they're doing it the wrong way when they just doing a different version. They're a different version for themselves. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
They're not really thinking about us.
They're not thinking about us, but they already had those teachings already. They had those behaviors already.
They learned it.
They learned it.
That's why they looking at us like y'all talking to us like y'all really some hypocrites.
Yeah.
And they militant know it for them things. So like, you can't tell them, oh, do this, do that.
Like, and that's like, and even in the music now us as in our 30s or whatever, we kind of could criticize the younger youth that's in their 20s now and saying like their music. I'm not saying us per se. I'm just saying, but we could say, oh well, they talking too slack with this certain thing. I remember when you were saying that you didn't like that intense song where you say you put the cigarette in our butt in our mouth or whatever. Now, it's a different way of expressing themselves as an artist, yes, but slackness was going on from our time too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, if it's slack, it have to make sense too. And they have to be artistic.
Right.
Yes.
You know exactly.
I mean? It can't just be slack to just be slack.
You can't be slack just to be slack. But at the same time,
that's what he doing all his songs.
But at the same time, though, I can say it's not for me. You can say it's not for you also, but I'm not going to condemn this man not to be an artist because I didn't like a line in his song.
Yeah, and that's what's going on.
That's what's going on.
I'm not going to condemn him.
I'm not saying that's you saying that, but I'm just saying.
I'm not a huge fan of that song.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's a bunch of people take these little lines out of these songs and they just say, oh, this artist...
Yeah, I'm not gonna listen.
You know what I mean? I'm not gonna listen to him because he talk about a bunch of stuff that I don't agree with, and I don't like this line. I don't like this line or whatever. But he is being just a mirror of the artist before him. That's it.
And it's like how them blame Cartel for all the badness and Tommy Lee them for all the badness and Bounty Killer for all the badness because and then they have conscious song, they have girl song.
They have a bunch of songs that's good,
but then just listen. If you bad lines or bad song, them
exactly
more
Yeah.
popular.
Yeah.
But people like them you can't fight it.
Like I'm not gonna I listen like my son Jaden. Everything he listened to King Von. He listened to King Von straight. Like that's his artist. Like he will listen to King Von all day. And the only thing I like,
King Von.
I know he died, but I don't know his songs.
The only thing I like about him listening to King Von is because King Von is like a storyteller. That's he a storyteller. You understand? And he's skilled. Yeah, he is a skilled storyteller. Yeah. But the thing about it is, he does sing a lot about violence. You know what I'm saying? He does sing about, you know what I mean? He sing a lot about violence. But I'm like, you gotta have a responsibility as a father. Like I tell myself, like I tell him, like, dog, half of the stuff that these people say they don't live. You know what I'm saying?
That thing,
you know what I mean?
Yep. We can't take them so serious.
You can't take it so serious.
The Jamaican one, they take it Jamaican artists.
Yo, for real.
Oh my God. They would get their life for that.
Yo, for real.
I don't understand that.
Them tell them, I say, man, them write song and they in a studio and I record song and I do video and I do interview and I promote their song. Where they have time to do all of them badness?
No time at all.
It don't make sense.
Yeah.
Even rappers, they don't make sense neither. Most of them, it don't make sense. It just art and creation, and that the market dead defeat. So
yeah, they talk about it's like it's so many things that inspire artists to talk about or rap about or DJ about. In songs, it could be one of them friend. It could be something that they seen when they grown up and they just talking about it. Not they live that life. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Because, and I think a lot of these kids get that, misconstrued because they listen to these lyrics and they're like, wow, that's what he doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they
really believe this thing.
Common sense, like,
nah.
True, you have sense.
But I'm saying, like, with these kids, man, if you don't have any structure, you know what I mean? They're not gonna
that's it.
They're not gonna take that as a not a real song. They're gonna take it for verbatim. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be like, yo, he really lived this life. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And I'm gonna be anybody talking bad about him, I'm gonna defend it. And that's the thing. That's the thing about it. And remember when it was this East Coast West Coast thing when Biggie and Tupac was supposedly beefing. You know what I mean? Us as kids, we was like, oh yeah, man, like you know what I mean? We is really getting wrapped up into it.
I'm from
we from the East Coast, and we gonna defend Biggie. Like, but at the same time, if you ain't have nobody, as a parent or somebody around you that you respect to tell you like, yo, stop listening to this crap or whatever, because none of they talking about is true. You know what I'm saying? None of what they doing is true until you see both sides dying. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. And it was in nothing. It was not both of them killing each other. It's somebody from totally different, parts of the world doing things to them. You know what I mean? And who knows how they died? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. From a young door, I mean, I listen to music. We couldn't always separate music from reality and separate where artists them I say from where me I go do and where me fi do.
Exactly. Yeah.
Me always can just chop it up and know say music, song hard.
Exactly.
This is my talk. But me not go do what I say. Like,
Exactly.
You know what I mean? From me young, so me I think me don't know how some people just hear some things and then just run go do it.
Yeah,
I don't understand that either.
I don't know how
I
it
understand
is.
some song might just speak to you differently. Like, not reggae.
Mm-hmm.
Them the song that give you a different like Bob Marley song, them give you a different feeling.
Yeah.
But I don't understand how they always just look into it and say, oh, him go rob a bank, I saw him rob the bank.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that don't make sense.
Like, what kind of fool though? Like, if you hear this man, like, if you hear him singing about robbing a bank and how he did it, you gonna go do it the same way? Of course, somebody already see that way already and lock him up or lock somebody up or change the process already.
Yeah, I never get that.
If you go and take this person, this artist, ideas and think that's how you gonna do it, you a damn fool yourself. You deserve to get locked up. You know what I'm saying?
Just like the one where the money $2 million.
Yeah.
I know the man catch it. It just don't make no sense.
And he deserved to get catched.
It just don't make no sense. I was just laughing the whole time. It don't make no sense to me.
I just feel like, man, it's we, like, as humans, we're just so easy to be influenced. You know what I mean? We're so easy to be copycat a lot of things, and that's the thing that I feel like this internet thing and all these things that's that we consume on a daily basis is basically just clouding our judgment. You know what I'm saying? And it's helping us to be the social idiots at the same time. You know what I mean? Because
it's a documentary on that.
I want to I seen that in our group that we have with Netflix. Our family. I seen that. I gotta watch. I forgot the name of it, but I gotta watch it too. But I'm like looking at everything, like even how people think nowadays is just
they have a switch for that.
It's just like, yo, how do you come up with these ideas? Like, you know what I mean? And how do you feel like you can be a millionaire in 2 minutes? 3 minutes, you know what I'm saying, or you could make a bunch of money in a week that nobody ever found out how to do it. You know what I'm saying? And you're tricking other people. You know what I mean? At the same time, you know what I mean. So I just feel like as human beings in this world, we need to take a sense of this just thinking about ourselves, to fix ourselves. Like I admired about Dillinger when he went on his trip, right? When I go to work in the morning, I go to work by 7:00. So I see this man on live just walking in nature.
And smiling. Boy, you was happy. He was just always smiling.
No, but the thing I want to say though, I seen this man just walk in the community he was, his own community, and basically just be one with nature. You know what I'm saying? And just showing that's what it is. How many people can do that? Just take yourself away from what's going on in the world and just take a walk.
Especially with this pandemic that's going on.
This whole pandemic thing that was going on where we was all locked down and we was quarantining and whatever. And I felt like, yo, I missed a lot. You know what I mean? Just being home with my family or whatever, and kind of forced to interact with them on a day-to-day basis. It's like, yo, I missed a lot. You know what I'm saying? This whole time I've been busy going here, there, bouncing all over everywhere. I miss having conversations with my sons like that. I miss having conversations with my wife and doing things with them and all of that. Even though you think you're doing so much before, being in the house and not be able to go anywhere, it shows you a different type of consciousness that you have to pick up now. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like people need to do that from now on. Take this away for a little bit. And I got a problem with this too, because I'm one of them. I'm not condemning nobody. It's me too, because I have a big problem with this. I'm on the phone all the time.
Big problem.
I'm on the phone all the time.
I had to.
Yeah.
At least maybe start with a couple of hours.
Yeah. Yeah, and
I try like starting away just a couple of hours away from the phone.
yeah, because
That's it.
you feel like you don't want to be, you don't feel want to miss anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes you feel and being in the kind of like the business that, you know, where I'm a selector and I'm doing this podcast, I'm always trying to be in the forefront of being promoted and doing stuff and whatever. So I want to see what's going on. So, but at the same time, when I'm doing that, I still get lost in other stuff that I'm not supposed to be in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you
look at the same thing a million times. Like,
exactly.
The
I'm not a phone
algorithm
person
on
like that.
YouTube kills.
Yo,
all the algorithms is the same.
I'm just
They all
like,
copy
I was
each
just-
other.
What? I was just,
You see the same 10 things 20 million times. Non-change. You go
Yo,
find
you
me.
gotta watch that
Same
documentary.
Yeah.
It's
Go find it
really
again.
good. It's on
Same thing.
Netflix.
yeah, I definitely, like I told myself, man, like I'm not gonna be on this phone like that no more. Like I just needed to be on it as when I need it. I need to make a call. I need to post something. That's it. But me on scrolling, nah, I'm not gonna do that no more because it don't even make no sense. Because you have to take yourself away from the phone from a little bit. So just for if you try an hour,
I
try
tried
2
just
hours.
doing
You know what I mean?
2 hours.
You
Or
try.
sometime at work, I don't check my phone until what? After 7.
Yeah.
Or I'll go back and forth. I click
Man,
on
I
it
didn't know
and
y'all
I
already
look
got
at
that problem.
on.
Y'all already got a problem with your phone like
No,
that?
I do personally.
No, I do.
I do
'Cause
personally.
I'll
I don't
be
understand
on.
women. I know women.
Yeah.
I'll be on every
Yeah.
influencer page like, oh, they got new makeup
But it's-
out. Okay, that foundation look good, and I'm start scrolling.
But it's not even about. It's not
You
even
get lost
about.
in
It's
it.
not even about me looking at people's stuff or doing stuff like that. It's like me trying to find a way how to promote better, how to do. Put this platform on a visible scale where everybody can see it, and trying to find out different ways how to do things. And then when you in the midst of doing that, then you get caught up in videos and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
I do.
It's just
Ads.
and ads that come up and all of that. So it's like I really have that issue because sometimes even Marsha will see me. I'll be on my phone for mad long. Like she like, dog, you ain't even pick up your head and have no conversation with me. And I mean, and I'm like, you right. Like I really did. And sometimes I'd be even mad that she even point that out. Sometimes I'm like, yo, you just want to mess with me. Like you want something to argue about. But then when you like really acknowledge you on the phone too much, then, and you know what's the new thing that's on here? Especially Apple phones now, they have a weekly thing they can show you how long you've been on certain stuff. Yeah.
Yes.
So me seeing that for myself, I say, oh yeah, I got to get off of this joint. It's like, yeah. Like you be
that thing. When you got Jamaica, I don't even check my phone. Cause sometimes my phone doesn't have no service, so I don't even have to check it. And then you're around people.
Yeah,
you're around nature.
Yes.
And then the animal them. Sometimes we just there look past someone fall. Or some goat. No, I tell us for real. Because like up here, so you can't see fall, you can't see goat, you can't see cow.
Yeah.
So in Jamaica, we used to watch them and just watch how them move and like, yo, how they do certain things. Like, cause certain things they ain't doing, like some like a rooster. Like when you chew food, sometimes a rooster come, him not eat until after I hand them eat,
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's like certain little things. It's me I say like, you don't notice it if you don't watch them.
Okay.
Yeah, it's me I say you have to watch them for know. So up here, so you can't see them things there. So when you got Jamaica, you have to watch nature, watch the trees, and them the thing
I'm not
focus
gonna
on
lie,
the most.
boy. You look so happy.
Nah, man, I really admired that because I was like, man, like this man has been, and he do it religiously too, like every morning.
Yeah,
every morning.
I want to mess me up. I want me got Ochi.
Yeah.
Ochi. And that mess me up.
Yeah.
Every day me did a walk and then Ochi trip come mess me up. Yeah.
Well, you look like you was enjoying yourself. Like
I definitely wanted to be in your shoes that because I was like, man, I would have loved that trip too because it's like every day that man is like it's something different.
Everybody in the chat room was jealous as hell. We was all jealous. Like Jesus, he just definitely in a whole nother.
And then
a nice place.
and dude, remember, you know what I mean? You got to hit up his YouTube channel. channel also, Yardies Abroad.
Yep.
You know what I mean? He definitely have some good footage
content.
and content on there that, you know, on it, especially a Jamaica trip. If you hearing us talking about it now,
Up in the hills.
you can definitely go on to Yardies Abroad.
Facebook too.
You know what I mean? Go on to, and Facebook also, you know what I mean?
Most
You could go
on
on
Facebook.
Yeah. So
Facebook Live.
yeah. So, you know what I mean? You definitely can see what we talking about, you know what I mean? Cause it's a good vibe, man. When you can go somewhere, especially back home or whatever, and you can do this shit.
relax.
Yeah. Huh?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
I seen you post a picture with that.
Man, Skilly down there same time.
Oh yeah. I
Yes,
seen
really.
that you're live when y'all was all, you know, this holding a
Was
reason.
that his spot that you was at?
Yeah. That's
Okay.
a nice spot to eat crab and chill out, listen to
Yeah.
music.
That's good.
Okay. Big
You know
up,
what I mean?
Skilly.
Big up Skilly from Philly, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So I think that we we talked a good amount of topics today, man.
Before we go, can we say something?
Oh, yeah.
Prayers go out to everybody in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Oh yes.
yes.
I mean,
I didn't
I know
even
how we
tell you. I
forgot
did
that.
forgot all about that, yo.
Jesus.
Yeah, big up to St. Vincent, man. Cause prayers up, cause we know that it's definitely out of anybody's control what's going on over there. The volcanoes are erupting and damaging homes and all of these things and
Oh my God.
and communities. So big up to everybody that's from St. Vincent. A lot of people from St. Vincent that's living overseas. I know you guys are trying to get your families out of these detrimental things that's going on right now. And it's like, man, you can't stop. That's something you can't stop. You can't stop it at all. That's part of the earth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that is part of how the cycle of earth goes, man. If it's time to exert things that's not needed in the earth, it's going to do that. And this volcano eruptions, it's another place in the Caribbean also that has also volcano eruptions, is Montserrat. That's also has a volcano eruptions also.
That's a small island.
And that's a very small island. Yeah. But big up to to St. Vincent. Our prayers and our hearts go out to everyone on the island, and definitely that's suffering from this thing, man. And I hope it goes past very quickly, because we don't need to, we need to uplift all our, Caribbean islands, man, and
we're all one.
we all are one, you know what I mean? Because I wouldn't want to see our, small Jamaica, our sweet Jamaica going to anything like that, even though we don't have volcanoes, but we know what volcanoes can do. The lava from volcanoes can do. So, our prayers go out to everybody, man. And
for real.
it's just it's just unfortunate, man, because Saint. I know a couple people from Saint Vincent, and they always talk.
Big up to
Lex and Skills, yeah. Big up to Lex and Skills, man, because they the first Saint Vincent people I met. Yeah, I mean, in years we like, how long we know Skills and Lex for about.
Oh my God, it's been so long.
2005?
2005?
Probably 2005, so about 16 years now. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, man.
About that.
Yeah, so I because the first time I met Skills is when he was playing at Maxine's back in the day. Yeah.
Oh, it was Maxine's.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, big up the Skills and Lex, man. I know y'all got a bunch of family down there, man, and our hearts go out to y'all, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, that's going to conclude our, 12th episode. We getting up there, man.
Episode 12.
Yeah. We getting up there. So, big up to everybody. Also, look out for all of our videos that's on YouTube. If you haven't watched any video from the past, from the first episode, go back and watch them now. Promise that they're entertaining.
Share.
You know what I mean? We're on YouTube, we're on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Anchor, And Spotify, we still trying to work that out, but hey, whatever.
Thanks for the support,
But
y'all.
we,
We've had a lot of support the past week.
of course,
It's so nice.
We see the light. We see all the new subscribers and all of that. We see all of that going on, and I appreciate it. As much as we can grow here and there, is the better. You know what I mean? And we can, definitely, cater to everybody that have their voice and what they want us to speak about. Sometimes, we can't, speak about everything in one go, but if you can, hit us up on our social networks, like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, just hit, if you have a, idea, just hit us up and we can, definitely consider it. You know what I'm saying? My voice sounds crazy today because I was yelling yesterday at the game. Yeah, so
all day. I'm
excuse
trying to call
me.
this man about business.
Yeah,
I didn't answer the phone.
I was yelling at the game crazy. They was getting on my nerves. These kids.
I was about to call Marsha like, Marsha?
Nah, I'm not picking up that phone in the game, bro.
I was calling you about business, bro. It was business.
Yeah. Now these kids need my attention, so I gotta give them my undivided attention. So, I mean, big up to my kids, man. Big up to my UN Junior Blue Devil kids, all 24 y'all.
My kids.
I mean,
shout out to Kenyatta.
Yeah,
this waist trainer is it, girl.
Yeah, big up to all our sponsors, man. And also if you want to become a sponsor of the show, hit me up on all our Twitter, Instagram or Facebook pages, or if you want to email me at onedroppodcast@gmail.com, and I can definitely send you out our information. And it's another episode down in the book. So what we say every time: peace and love.
Yeah.
Guys always said.
Yeah, Loki Flex. Cyclone, I represent for the One Drop Podcast. You know the thing, you know the lingo. Get to the money, get to the cash. Yo, a Cyclone, I represent for the One Drop Podcast. You know the thing, you know the lingo. Chat.
Watch out,